guys, it's Sam and I have a book mail unboxing for you. This month I've gotten a few boxes and things in the mail from publishers or from subscription boxes, so I want to do like a collective one giant video about that. So I have some really interesting stuff. I've only opened one thing because I couldn't resist, but everything else is still packaged up. So let's get going. The first thing I already opened, and that was Shadowshaper by Daniel Jose Elder. This is a book that I actually talked about before it came out, and then it just kind of slipped under the radar. I think it was last year sometime, and I just kind of forgot. I was really busy. A lot of stuff was happening, obviously, this time last year. So the publisher contacted me and asked me if I wanted to consider this book for review, and I said absolutely. This is an Own Voices YA urban fantasy story that takes place in Brooklyn. It's about Sierra, who's an artist, and she discovers magic that is called shadow shaping. It's a kind of magic that infuses ancestral spirits into art and stories and music. But shadow shapers are getting killed off, and Sierra has to kind of discover what's going on. I've heard a lot of amazing things about this one. It's already been nominated for a few awards and won a few awards, and I really want to read it hopefully in September, if not October. We'll kind of see. Both of these months are very, very busy for me with school and events and stuff, but fingers crossed this feels like a very fall type read, and it's fairly short and very hopefully quick, so I'm hoping to get to this one very, very soon. The next book was sent to me by Boston Book Festival because I'm doing the YA keynote with Cami Garcia. I talked about that in my previous video, so I'll link that on the screen if you missed it, but they sent me The Lovely Reckless by Cami Garcia. This is Cami's most recent novel, and one that she'll be most likely talking about the most during the keynote, and this is about a 17-year-old girl who is reeling up from the death of her boyfriend, and ever since then she's been living her life very recklessly because she feels like nothing matters, but then she has to move in with her dad, who is an undercover cop, and to the area where she moves, illegal street racing is more popular than football. And of course she ends up meeting and potentially falling for the biggest street racer in that area, and everything kind of takes off from there. I love street racing stuff. Like, I haven't really talked about that on my channel a lot, but I used to love the Fast and Furious movies. I kind of fell off after like some of them. They just started getting more and more, but I used to love those. And my favorite video games growing up, besides the Tony Hawk games, were the Need for Speed franchise. Obsessed. Obsessed. So this book is like something that speaks to me a lot. Like, I was already planning on reading it before I was gonna be on the keynote, and I'm so excited. Actually, like, I got this book and Gerald read the back cover and he's like, "Do you know this is about street racing?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Wow, you must be really excited." And I was like, "I really am." So I'm very excited to get to this one. I haven't read a contemporary in a while, and I'm kind of in the mood for one anyway, and then it's street racing, and like, it's a weakness, guys. Don't illegally street race. It's a bad idea, but like, fictionally, I love it so much. This next package was very unexpected, and it's from Penguin, and it has Midnight Star decorations on it from Marie Lu, and that is the last book in the Young Elites series. I read the first book when it first came out, wasn't a biggest fan of it because I think I was expecting something different from what it was, and I own the second book because I want to continue with the series. And then on my most anticipated fall releases, a lot of people were mentioning that this book was coming out, and I totally forgot about that, and then this showed up at my door today. So I'm very excited. I'm not sure if it's going to be Midnight. I mean, I'm assuming it's going to be like Young Elites related. I don't know, because I wasn't warned that it was coming. So this is a big surprise. You will go on this journey with me when I'm able to open it. I'm using shears that are supposed to be for hair on this. It's a bad idea. Like, I'm just dulling these scissors, but I don't have long hair anymore, so I don't cut my own hair. So it's fine. Still not completely sure. Ooh, oh wow, okay. I gotta set this down because Penguin went all out for this bad boy. So they sent me paperbacks of the first two books, which is The Young Elites and The Rose Society, and then an arc of Midnight Star. So I was already getting really excited when people were talking about it on my anticipated releases video, and now I'm like fully committed to reading the rest of the series. Like, I'm so happy that they're all out and I can just marathon read them. I'm probably gonna reread The Young Elites because it's been, what, like 2 years now, and see if in a different mindset I feel better about it. I should, because if you guys don't know, this is a YA fantasy series, and it's about a protagonist who is on the road to villainy. Like, she's going to be a villain, and it's like a villain origin story, and like that speaks to me on a lot of levels, right? Like, I don't know why I didn't like the first book. I don't know what I was expecting. So maybe if I go in with different expectations for it, I'll like it more, and now that I have the whole series that I can just binge read, I'm very excited. I mean, and like most, besides the second cover, because I'm not a big fan of the second cover, like, at all, the covers speak to me. I really like this whole aesthetic, and then I have like the whole series in nice little paperback form. So I am very excited about this now that it's all in my hands and I can just marathon read them. I'm gonna do it before the end of the year, hopefully. Grad school is really messing with me a lot. And they have some other stuff in here too. So they sent me a tote bag, and it says, "We are what you read," and has a little Penguin Teen logo, and then the back has a Young Elites quote. So it says, tomorrow I will take on all of these things. I will be unstoppable. So yeah, like this whole series aesthetic speaks to me. I was just being a butt last time I read it, I'm pretty sure. So we'll see what happens this time. There's another package. Like, they went very, I mean, there's some nice wrapping paper, like gold and like all themed. It's really nice. Like, good job, Penguin. I'm very impressed. Back with the scissors I'm not supposed to be using for this. Okay, how? Ooh, mug. Okay, so it's a Young Elites mug, so it has the Young Elites kind of logo there, and that says, "True rulers are not born, we are made." It's a nice mug. This is nice. This color, like, it kind of matches my lip color right now. It's a favorite of mine, so that's nice. I'm very excited about this. Like, I have been very about the Young Elite series, like, definitely, and I think I'm gonna marathon them. Like, they're not that long. I think I can do it. Yeah. Feeling all optimistic right now, and then I'm gonna be like, nope. When I read them, it'll be a marathon read. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Who am I trying to convince? You or me? I don't know. And this next box is very exciting as well. This one I knew was coming, and I'm like so excited. It's been sitting there waiting for me to open for a little while, a couple weeks, and I'm ready. So this is a box that I got from Tor, and I'm so excited. Tor, if you guys don't already know, is one of my probably, yeah, I can reliably say, is my favorite publisher. They do science fiction and fantasy and some horror, but I don't follow horror, so like that's not my jam. But they do the best science fiction and fantasy. Like, every time that a new release comes out, like, I definitely check it out from them. I try to look and see if I'm gonna be interested, and usually I am. They do mostly adult. They do have a teen imprint as well, and they are actually the ones that publish Truthwitch, which, like, yeah. So I'm very excited about this box, and they contacted me and asked me if I wanted to get this series because the last book is coming out or is out, and I was like, yeah. I've heard amazing things about the 3-body problem. I just haven't gotten around to buying it. And they were like, we will send it to you for review consideration. And I was like, absolutely. This is a super nice box as well. Look at how nice. So the first thing is this little card, and it's very spacey. Guys, you know how I feel about space, okay? Like, if there's anything space related, science fiction, like, it's my freaking jam. I am so excited. So this included a bunch of stickers as well as nameplates to go in the book signed by the author. Yes. Do you see how nicely these are wrapped, and like the effort that has gone into these? Like, this is definitely a hard sci-fi story, and I am ready to just like jump in head first. I'm so excited. So the first book is obviously the first book, The 3-Body Problem by Cixin Liu. Now this series has been getting astronomical buzz. This series was first published in Mandarin in China, and it has since been translated for other audiences, and it has been getting huge buzz. This first book is the winner of the Hugo Award, and everyone's been talking about it. I've heard so many good things about this series. It is about an alien invasion, and that is pretty much all that I know, and that's all I want to know. I'm just going to go into the series as completely blind as I can. This series is also set against the backdrop of China's Cultural Revolution, so there's going to be, obviously since it was first published in China in Mandarin, it's going to have a lot of Chinese influence, and I am so excited because I've never read any series, let alone a science fiction series, that is so heavily influenced by another culture that's not a Western culture, so I cannot wait to get to these. So that is the beautiful first book. I do really like the colors and stuff on this. Like, this jumps out at you completely sci-fi all the way without being like the really cheesy sci-fi covers that you see a lot. And we have the second book, The Dark Forest. This one has a different translator than the first one. The first one was translated by Ken Liu, and this one is translated by Joel Martinson. And I'm interested to see what happens as far as the difference in translation and who's translating it, because I've heard mixed things about the second one. I'm wondering it's the different translator that's kind of impacting people's opinions on that. But again, goes really well together, very neon, very sci-fi. I'm so excited, oh my god. And then we have the last book, which is Death's End, and this one is translated by the same translator as the first book. So I'm really excited about this. Again, huge, and it's just, I am so excited. If anybody is interested in doing buddy reads, at least for the first book, please let me know. I would love to, especially if you're more into sci-fi and like harder sci-fi than I am. But if you guys are interested in doing any kind of buddy read or read along or anything, if anyone's interested in like marathoning the series, definitely comment down below and let me know, and I will set something up or we can do something, whatever. But again, this one looks so great. They're gonna look great as a set together, and I'm so ready for aliens and Chinese culture and everything. I'm ready. This is how they look together. They're so beautiful. I'm so excited. Thank you so much again to Tor. I'm ready to just jump into this world head first. I am almost done with the Mass Effect series. We're playing that right now. If those of you who don't know, because I talk about Mass Effect all the time, so I'm going to be going through science fiction withdrawals, and I fully intend to pick this up as like a direct connection into my bloodstream to revive me, because I'm going to need it after finishing that video game series, for sure. And last but certainly not least, we have this month's Owlcrate box. So as I said before, I'm an Owlcrate affiliate, which means I get sent a box every month to review for you guys and unbox to see if you guys are interested in it. So this is this month's box, and this month's theme is darkness. And I've almost never been more excited. I was really excited for the Evil box that just recently happened. This box might be equal level of excitement because, like, my aesthetic dough. If you guys follow me on Twitter, you know that this said that it was delivered as far as the tracking information, and then the postman didn't leave it here, which was incredibly rude. So I had to call and be like, where's my box? And then they delivered it the next day, thank goodness. But I was like, why would you say that you left it and then not actually leave it? Doesn't make any sense. I mean, even the card this month is like something I'm going to keep. Like, I usually don't keep them. They just are, you know, tell you like what everything is. But this speaks to me. So the first thing we have is this, and it is a fortune-telling bomb. So it's a bath bomb. I'm a big fan of Lush. I don't have a nice bathtub here. I have just one of those combined shower bath things that a lot of American homes have that are not fun because they don't cover your body enough to take like a really nice bath. But my dream is to have a like clawfoot soaker bathtub, and I would love to use that in that. But I'm going to use it before then, obviously, in my crappy bathtub. But this is a Mystic Berry Bath Fizzer with a yes or no answer inside. So you can ask it a question and it will tell you your future. This is very berry-y, definitely. That's, whew, that smells like, kind of like the blue slushy mix at like movie theaters, mixed with like grape, mixed with something else. It's berry. I mean, like, obviously I'm just telling you berry scents. It's definitely berry. So this is from the Melting Library, and it is Selena's Cake. I have mixed feelings about Selena Sardathian, sometimes breaching into the negative, but that's delicious. That smells so good. So Selena loves cake and sweets and stuff. This smells like a chocolate cake. Yeah, definitely. That smells really good. Oh, but it has like a coffee edge to it, kind of. I mean, I'm sure it's just like the cocoa, but it smells amazing. I do love, love, love book-inspired candles. Like, love them so much. I try to burn them and I always like don't want to because I'm like, I love you so much, and I never do, but I'm hoping to do this because this is like so delicious. So this pin goes with the theme of the spoiler card, and it's really nice, and you're never gonna have too many pins, especially when you're a book person, because you put them on your totes. It's like what we all do. Then I'm seeing this. It looks like a little like pencil pouch kind of thing. So this is obviously from Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children by Ransom Riggs. It has obviously a quote from the series, and it's strange, I thought, how you can be living your dreams and nightmares at the very same time. And this is in celebration of the movie that is coming out soon. It's not already out, right? It's coming out soon. I have actually not read this series yet, but my dad read the first book, and he's like, hey, have you heard of this Ransom Riggs guy? And I was like, yes, Dad, I have, because he just like found it at a garage sale or something. So he's going to save that for me for when I go there for Christmas, because he's like, you can have this book, like I'm done reading. He doesn't like collect books like I obviously do. So I'm like, cool. So I'm definitely going to read that later. I do want to watch the movie though, so I should probably read it before then, but I'll probably just wait for it to come out on DVD or something. I'm really bad about going to movies in theaters, like I'm really, really bad about it. And then there's a little ad, it looks like it says Passport to the New World. So it's from Moon Chosen by PC Cast. People recommend PC Cast to me a lot. They have other series that people think I would like. Possibly a Hated Persephone one, but I'm not sure off the top of my head. And then there is a bookmark, and it is a No Mourners, No Funerals, Six of Crows themed bookmark. Oh my god, I'm so excited. I don't actually have much Six of Crows merch, like, which is horrible, by the way. And this is beautiful, and I tend to prefer the shorter bookmarks anyway. I know a lot of merch, especially like book author merch, tends to be like the really long bookmarks. Not a big fan of those. I like these small ones. And it has the quote that when everyone knows you're a monster, you needn't waste time doing every monstrous thing. My babies, my children. I'm so excited for this next book in the series. I mean, I want this into print, honestly. Like, yeah, I'll take that in print, please. And then there is a little sampler of this serialized story. Looks like it's called Rem D. I recognize one author in here, Kirsten White. And it looks like it's serialized. So yeah, it's a serial in 15 episodes. So this is season 1, episode 1. Yeah, definitely science fiction. So interested to see what this is all about. I've never really read serialized stories. I don't play serialized games. Like, it's not usually my thing, but having a sampler helps with possibly trying that out. So the book for this month is Three Dark Crowns by Kendar Blake, and I've already actually read and reviewed this book because I got a copy of it at this year's BEA, so I will link my review on the screen. I really enjoyed it. I gave it 4 stars. It's very dark, obviously, that fits with the theme, and it's about 3 queens who are born in a fantasy land, and they are meant to kill each other so that only one of them can become queen after their 16th birthdays. Really good, really liked it, and I'm really looking forward to the rest of the series, so I'm very excited to have an actual physical copy of it, not an ARC on my shelves. And it has a buttery cover, and you know how we book people feel about aesthetics and like the feel, like these buttery covers? Delicious. So as per usual, it comes with a little note from the author, and it also has a little thing that's related. Oh, it's one of those fortune teller things that you fold up. Oh, I haven't done this since I was like 8, and I was never really good at folding these things. And then at the end of the box, I always include a kind of sneak peek to next month's box. So next month's box theme is another very pretty little placard, and his theme for October box is Once Upon a Dream. Beautiful. And it says, in the October box, you'll receive an awesome item from Who's Its and What's Its. Who's Its and What's Its? So it's gonna be like a spooky box? I don't really know. Look at me, I'm like, is it gonna be scary? Like, I'm like, oh, I love the darkness box, and I'm like, don't scare me. I mean, that's just really me in a nutshell. But both of these sides are beautiful. Like, Owlcrate is really doing a great job with like the art and the packaging of stuff. Like, let me just say, over the moon about it. Like, I loved last month's little preview, and I love this month's, obviously. Like, it's gorgeous. Once Upon a Dream, like, what could that possibly be? So as I mentioned before, because I'm an affiliate, I do have a coupon code that you guys can use. It is TOMES, and you get 15% off your order. That can be for a year-long subscription or a gift or one box only, whatever you want to use it for. I will link that down below as well, and I will link all the information for Owlcrate down below. And that is a coupon code, again, I mentioned this before, that only benefits you. It doesn't give me any money or anything. If you guys want to use it, that's great. If you don't, that's cool too, but it's 15% off. So, like, if you want to, you probably should. So that is it for my unboxing. My floor is a mess with like packaging paper and stuff. I really should clean my office, but that is it for this unboxing. Comment below and let me know what you think of some of the books that I got, if you've read them, what you think of them, and if any of you want to do any kind of read along for the 3 Body Problem, definitely comment down below and let me know. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see all of you guys soon. Bye!